there's an entity that I hear about all the time when I'm talking to really amazing trustees like yourself that want to do what's right for the kids in their community, uphold the value system that 99% of Texans support. It's the Texas Association of School Boards that provides a lot of education and guidance. And you mentioned, and I confirmed with you earlier about a recent meeting, a conference that this organization hosts. I think they do it at least quarterly, from what I'm told, to educate school board members on best practices and what to do. And
we have a couple annual conferences that we attend, yes.
Yes, okay. And it was other school board members, let me be clear. Other school board members had reached out and said, you are not going to believe what just happened. A massive, one of the largest taxpayer-funded lobbying organizations that was a speaker for this education conference proceeded to tell y'all, don't give pay raises. We're going to need these as leverage. So I heard it, and I asked you, and you actually said, I was there. So let's hear it firsthand from you.
This would be a good time for the disclaimer to say, hey, so today, everybody, I'm thankful to be here, but I'm talking on, as in my opinion, as Rob McClellan, certainly not on behalf of our district, so I just want to make sure I get that out there. Yeah, so we go to these annual Texas Association School Board conventions and conferences, and let me start with this. There are some very good people in the Texas Association School Board.
Sure.
I have had the chance to meet many of them. They are hardworking. They're committed to doing what's best for a number of different things within our state of Texas. So certainly don't want to blanketize anything specifically. Now, specific to what you just mentioned, I was in there. Yeah, absolutely. So we started, and this happens sometimes with some of these sessions. You get people that come with an agenda, right? And the agenda that's kind of formulated within the Texas Association School Board is public school or die kind of deal, right? And I don't prescribe to that. I'm very open to the idea of having options for parents. I believe parents fundamentally are responsible for their children's education. I said that when I was running for office. I say it again. I say it from the dais. I fundamentally believe that. And now I believe public school to be a great option. Yeah. And so that's why I'm committed to helping make it advance. So we're in this deal, and this company is having a deal on budgeting, right? A lot of school districts are in budgeting crises right now, mainly driven by no changes to the student allotment and a lot of different school finance things we might get a chance to talk about.
$7 billion.
There's all kinds of different school it needs to be reformed. Let me just say that right now for the record. We need to reform school finance. That's another conversation. So we're in there, and I'm anticipating a great budget workshop. We're going to dive into some things, maybe get some new ideas, things we hadn't considered, although we're pretty smart. We've considered a lot of things. And I get in there and I sit down, and before we even get into the meat and potatoes of finance, the CEO, who I have no idea, never met before in my life, starts going on a rant. That's the only way I can describe it. It's really a rant about the failure of school board trustees, the failure of teachers to vote a certain way to persuade the legislature to do certain things. And at first I sat there for a couple minutes. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable because I'm in full disagreement with everything that's coming out of this man's mouth. Right? I'm also like, we're here to talk about budget. Right. We're not here to hear your soliloquy about your opinions on this kind of things. And he got to the point to where, yes, that comment was made. I can affirm that to where it was encouraging us. Yeah, it was encouraging us to utilize compensation as a weapon to try to change the way that our teachers would vote. And that was the point I got up and walked out. There were a few people that followed me because I was not going to be subject myself to that stupidity. Right. To weaponize compensation against our educators.
Just evil mentality.
I mean, it's ridiculous,
it
right?
Is.
It's absolutely ridiculous.